So this video is going to show you how to create Lego pulley using the revolve and circular pattern tools. So let's go to Onshape. We're going to create a new document. Let's call it a Lego pulley. We'll leave it in inches, even though Lego likes to work in millimeters. This is what I have the dimensions in. So to start with, let's put this on the front plane, and we're going to create a sketch, and it's going to be a revolve sketch. So the first thing you want to do is draw your center line. So we're going to click line and turn it into a construction line by clicking this toggle button. And we always like to start on the origin so that your origin planes stay through the middle of the part. Okay. Now I'm going to hit the L tool to get out of the line tool. And I just realized I should probably show you what I mean by Lego pulley. It is one of these. So that's what we're creating. So let's go back to our drawing. So we have the center line. I'm going to create now, hit the L line tool again, and I'm going to untoggle construction, and I'm going to draw from the origin again. And let's see, it's pretty small, so I'm going to zoom in. And I'll draw it around a ½ inch. And I like to give it the approximate sizes to start. It just makes it a little easier when you're then finally creating all of the dimensions. And I'm just going to bring this down just to close it in. Okay, so now let's add our dimensions. I'm going to click this line here and click the center line. Make sure you get the center line, because then if you look, if I'm on this side, I get a regular dimension. If I come to the other side of the center line, that's when I get the diameter dimension. I want that because I measured the dimensions of that Lego pulley. So I'm going to call it 0.945. And now I know the height of the Lego pulley is 0.15. And if yours gets on top of each other like this is why I say it's good to make it approximately right. You might want to fix this a little bit. In fact, probably should have, I can't even, you know what, I'm going to hit undo. And let's set, actually, let's set all of those lines equal. Is that true for a Lego pulley? That might not be true. But what is true is that this is equal to that. Okay. Okay. And now this is 0.09. This is 0.29. Oh, sorry about that. It's 0.029. And let's make this line and that line coincident. And now lastly, I'm going to trim this. And that's going to give us that indentation in that part. Okay. Now this isn't probably exactly accurate to the dimensions, but let's just keep going so that you get the hang of using these Onshape tools. This is more about using the tools than getting a perfectly accurate Lego model. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is create those circles on the outside. Let me show you what I mean. This circle. And to do that, we're going to do a circular pattern. So I'm going to pick this as my sketch plane, and I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to come up from that line so that it gets to be vertically coincident. And the diameter of those circles is 0.18. And now you have to set the dimension, basically the height away from the center of it. And that is let's make this a little smaller. And that looks about right because a circle actually goes through If you see here, there's a little extra cut there. So now we're just drawing, actually let's put this circular pattern into the sketch. So I'm going to click circular pattern here. And the way this works is very similar to linear pattern, except you have to specify the rotation axis. So I'm going to click that feature to be circular pattern. You can see it automatically picked the center of this circular part to rotate around, which is a great feature. If it doesn't pick that automatically, you can specify the axis. And I'm going to change this number. You can see it said 3x. I'm going to change it to 6, and that's how we get 6 of those circles. All right, so now we have our circular pattern. Now we can just extrude this. And we obviously want to remove the material. And the faces, I'm going to pick that entire sketch. And here's where you actually, if you see what's going on, it's catching, oh, I see a problem with my sketch again, but it's not getting that little divot that I talked about there. So I'm going to actually say symmetric, and I'm going to change this to through all again so that it goes through all the parts, and here's where we get that little divot. And so that looks approximately right. We could use some chamfers or fillets and so on. But this is what I wanted you to get from this video is revolve and circular pattern. The last thing that we should do is go in and fix the fact that it's missing this lower surface on this plane. So what you could do is come into this sketch and simply mirror these 3 lines. So let's do that. I'm going to do that with you. I'm going to pick the mirror plane to be, or mirror line to be right down the middle of that part. So hopefully you got the midpoint when you did that. And now I'm just going to say mirror, and I'll pick this line, pick that line. And now it wants you to pick the entities to be mirrored. You can see it says it right there. So I'll pick those 3. And then I'm going to trim this again. And that should make it all look the same on both sides. And there you have it. So once you're done with that, I would like you to snip the images specified on Classroom, which is going to be your fully constrained sketch 1, which will show me that you have that extrusion on both sides, and give me an angle, a 3D angle similar to this, where I can see that you have that divot on both sides. I can see it right there and right here. That's what I'll be looking for. Make sure you catch your name in the image as well. That's it for now.